April 3rd, 2025 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, and I would like to ask Scott Leonard to lead us in the pledge. Thank you, Scott.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much,
You're
Scott.
welcome.
I'm Barb Lewis, President. To my right is fellow Commissioner Gary Merrill. We have our Administrator, Tracy Davies, with us, our Deputy Administrator, Dawn Houston, and our Counsel and Deputy Administrator, Eric Hostetler, and Brandy Wilson and Jennifer Walraven, our clerks. We can begin.
Resolution number 25-206, in the matter of approving electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held March 13th, 2025.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 25-206. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
We're going to go a little out of order today and go to item number 13 right now. Resolution number 25-207, in the matter of accepting a donation from the Columbus Foundation in support of the Delaware County Dog Shelter.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Hi, Mitch Garrett, Delaware County Dog Warden. So every year we are lucky to be asked if we can help with the vet care of the dogs that come into our shelter. And it's one of the things that we really like to provide for those dogs as they find their new homes if they're not able to be reunited. The Columbus Foundation helps us out with a monetary grant to help offset some of those costs for their vet care.
Oh, that's great.
Mitch, would you want to introduce your puppy
Yes.
friend
Oh,
today?
yeah, this is Baxter. He's the deputy. He goes with me on all my calls. He was actually one of a litter of dogs that was abandoned at the shelter when I got there one morning. It was just a bunch of little puppies. He started about the same size as his head.
My
He's about
gosh.
a year and a half now, and he's doing pretty good. He helps us check with the other dogs to see if they're good with other dogs, and he's helped us catch two, so that's been pretty
Oh,
great
no
out in the
kidding.
field. And
Yeah.
the rest of the time, he just likes to hang out and come to stuff like this.
Oh, he's a happy dog. That tail.
He really is.
Tail is wagging. Oh, that's great.
Do you know his breed or?
No, I like to say he is 100% good boy, and also, just a shelter's finest.
Yeah.
He's a good poster child for adopting dogs from your
He's
local
well
shelter.
mannered, so I don't know if that's your results of your efforts or others.
I
but,
think I'd like to take credit, but I can't. This is how he's been since he was a puppy. Now, when he gets
Gee.
home and takes his uniform off, he is a wild child. But when he's on duty, he knows what he's supposed to be doing, and that's
Oh.
being good and hanging out.
Oh, that's great.
And Mitch, sorry.
Well, you're doing a great job, Mitch.
Well, thank
and-
you.
And certainly thank you. I know that this morning you do have, you've got to go out and help some people.
Yeah, we've got a couple calls today that are requiring some extra attention. So I'm thankful that you guys were able to push me
Oh,
to the
sure,
front of the line so we
sure.
can get out there and help the public some.
Oh,
And just to restate what she was saying, because that's what I was going to interrupt her, and she said the job you're doing and your staff's doing is excellent. So appreciate all you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Yes. How many dogs do you have right now?
Right now, we are sitting at 5. The call that I'm on my way to, we're going to add another 7.
Okay,
So,
and add another
7.
7?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we're lucky we've got some rescues in the Humane Society that helps us out with placing some of our dogs so that way we aren't flooded, and then that way we can also use our time to help more people. So,
Okay.
yep.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, thank you very much for coming in and
Thank
all
you.
your great efforts.
We need a
Thank
vote.
you. Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-207. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care, Mitch.
That brings us back to an item we're going to have under public comment. Mr. Merrill?
Do you want me to lead on this? Had the opportunity yesterday morning walking in. I learned that we have somebody in Veteran Services that's retiring, and I suggested that we have him come and tell us a little bit about what his plans are. Scott's done a great job, Scott Leonard. He also did our pledge this morning. and he can tell us about his tithe as well when he comes forward. So Scott, I'll just kind of turn over to you, and
Okay.
I guess congratulations on your retirement. We're going to miss you, and tell us a little about what's going on.
Sure. Commissioner Merrill, Commissioner Lewis, thank you for inviting me up today. Well, in retirement, what I'm going to plan to do, I'm going to turn around so I can see you guys. Hi. I'm going to sleep till June, and then I'm going to wake up and figure out what the next step is. After that, though, I do have some plans. I'm a master cat wrangler, so I rescue cats. I've got 4 right now, and I've rescued many over the course of my life. And I'm going to fish, and I'm going to dust off the golf clubs, and I'm going to walk around and look at stuff. That's important. And I got a lot of stuff at home I'm going to do. I'm going to get my garden back up, and I'm going to work a little bit too. So, like just a small job. I don't know what. Probably be related to music. Those of you that know me know I've always had a guitar in the office, and I'll play the national anthem for a veteran now and again.
Well, I was going to say,
Good.
tell us about your musical interest.
Yeah. I've been a musician for a long time. I played in my church band for 22 years, and then I let the young kids come on and do that. So I play bass and guitar, mostly guitar. I have a drum kit at home, and I do harmonica, and I can back up sing a little bit, but you probably don't want me to sing lead. It doesn't usually go real well, so lots to do. Looking very much
But
forward
you do
to
play
it.
a mean guitar.
Oh.
I've heard you on
Thank
a
you.
couple occasions. And you want to talk about your service in the Army?
Sure,
Yes.
sure. So I went into the Army. I worked a little bit after high school, looked around and said, I need to do something. I want to go to school. How do I do that? So I enlisted in the United States Army and went to training at Fort Bliss, Texas for basic training, and then Air Defense Artillery School as a Stinger missile gunner. Stingers were the missiles that were put into Afghanistan, and they changed the war back when the Soviet Union had invaded Afghanistan. If you want to know more about that, you can watch Charlie Wilson's War. It's a movie. I think Tom Hanks was in it, but I'm not sure about that. And then I was stationed in West Germany, in Schwabach, at O'Brien Barracks. It was the 2nd of the 59th Air Defense Artillery, which O'Brien Barracks is in a small town called Schwabach, which is about 16 kilometers from Nuremberg. Nuremberg is a famous town, all the way back to World War II, obviously.
Sure is.
And served my tour, came home, and went to school. Went to Hocking Tech and got my associate's degree, and then I went to OU, Ohio University, go Bobcats, and got a scholarship and stayed there for graduate school, and then finished up. What brought me to Delaware County was my first job offer at Recreation Unlimited as a program coordinator, and then went to the County Board of, it was MRDD back in the day, Marion County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and then did a stint in mental health for about 5 years, and then came to the Veteran Services in 2010, and I'm done. The end.
I just want to add you've done everything from a distance. You've done a great job, and you will be missed.
Thank you.
It's a
Yes.
small world. My daughter graduated from Ohio University,
All right.
and my wife taught at Hocking. So
Really?
for a period of years, we were there between 202 and 207.
Okay.
And so it's not the same time frame, but
Right.
we do at least have that intersection as far as life experiences. So.
I used every penny of that GI Bill, let me tell you.
That's what it's for.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you've done a great job, Scott, and your leadership is most appreciated, and you've stuck it out over all these years too, and then as Veteran Services has gotten better and better, I mean, you have been an integral part of that, and really thank you for your service to our country.
You're welcome, Barb. It's been an honor.
Well, I do believe that Brian is here. Would you like to say anything, Brian? Our director.
So the one thing that's going to be missed with Scott is his sense of humor. So as you can imagine, I've learned a lot from Scott. My jobs in the county have been, related to, emergency services, and I never dealt with, the special needs population as much. And that is one thing that I have learned from Scott is how to better work, you know, with different varieties of people and different personalities and a lot of brokenness. And I think the reason why Scott does so well with that is because he's able to, you know, have a sense of humor, you know, be serious when it needs to be serious, but at the same time have a sense of humor, so that way it doesn't have the implications on yourself like, you know, it would bring you down over the time. And I think that the one thing I've learned from Scott is by having, you know, a good sense of humor and take things seriously, but not so seriously to where, you know, it affects you that much. And I think that, you know, people that work with communities that are, you know, sometimes hard to work with because of what you're dealing with, I know I've learned a lot from Scott in that regard. And, you know, he's still going to show up from time to time. For the longest time, I told him he's not allowed to bring a cat into the office, so I'm expecting him, like Mitch just did, you know, to bring a cat into the office, probably on a leash, to come in. But no, it's been great. I've, you know, over the past, you know, 4.5 years, I've learned a lot from Scott. He'll be missed. And, you know, I'm hoping that he still shows up from time to time and gives us a hard time.
Well, Brian, you mentioned your sense of humor. You got to tell us about your tie.
Oh,
Thank you, Brian.
well, the Three Stooges are one of my favorites. I love, I think it's important in life to purposely pursue things. So I purposely pursue humor on a personal level, you know, and I share it with people. Life throws a lot of hard things at you, so you know what? Laughter helps. And the Three Stooges are I just think they're brilliant. And I've had this tie. This tie was passed on from Peepaw. My wife's from Alabama, so I had to go all the way to Tuscaloosa to find a wife. Imagine that, huh? And so roll tide, sorry. And this was passed on from her uncle, who was a Korea veteran. And I've held on to it, and I wear it on occasion, so,
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
We wish you the very best.
Yes.
So I'll just tell you one quick joke. So one of my favorites from the Three Stooges are when Moe, you know, is out selling stuff. There's a few episodes where he knocks on the door and the guy answers. He goes, "Oh, so are you married or happy?" You know, things like that. It's just brilliant. When you're a kid, you miss that. You don't even catch it.
Do you say that right to tell about your wife, getting your wife out of Alabama? So
Yeah.
does that joke have anything to do with that, or is that completely unrelated?
Could be.
I'm trying to put you on the spot there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She puts up with me pretty well.
Well, we just hope you're going to come back and visit us.
You got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Scott.
God bless you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
very
your
much.
service. Thank you so much.
All right, that brings us to item number 3, resolution number 25-208. In the matter of approving purchase orders and announce certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 0402.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 25-208. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-209. In the matter of approving travel expense requests.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 25-209. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-210, in the matter of acknowledging receipt of annexation petition from agents for the petitioner Stephen D. Martin and Elizabeth A. Michael Esquire, requesting annexation of 2.920 acres of land in Delaware Township to the city of Delaware.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 25-210. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-211, a resolution of necessity for the purchase of motor vehicles for the use of the Delaware County Emergency Medical Services Department.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Jeff Fischel, Director, Delaware County EMS. And in case my wife is watching, I am both married and happy.
Oh,
Before you is a resolution purchase agreement for 4 ambulances from Frazier. I'm here to answer any questions about this resolution. I tried my best to kind of update and detail the reason for the vendor change in a previous email. We're also going to be canceling the 2024 order that we previously did to Demir's. So technically, we budgeted for 2 ambulances this year. We'll cancel last year's ambulances, and it'll be a total of 4 ambulances to Frazier.
Okay, any questions? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-211. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-212, in the matter of authorizing the purchase of power stretchers for the use of the Delaware County Emergency Medical Services Department.
So moved.
Second discussion.
This is a agreement for the power stretchers that go in the ambulances. Every time we order new ambulances, we always get new power stretchers to go along with them.
Any questions? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-212. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-213, in the matter of establishing rates and charges for training provided by Delaware County EMS.
So moved.
Second discussion.
There is no actual changes to the rates themselves. There is a slight change to the wording of the agreement, which allows for some of our mutual aid partners to be able to utilize our training site. We are a training site through the American Heart Association and some other card classes. And so essentially at no cost to us, they will be able to instruct or teach their own public safety entity, and then we would process their certification cards for them, and then they would pay us the amount it cost us to do that. It's just kind of a neighborly way of helping out smaller agencies, if you will.
Great, okay. Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-213. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 25-214, in the matter of ranking the proposals submitted for Delaware County Emergency Medical Services Occupational Health and Wellness Services.
So moved.
Second discussion.
We received, as you recall, we went out to bid for our employee health and wellness services. We've been doing this since 2019. We received 2 bids for this project. We are recommending, or the ranking of such is, we recommend it to be Ohio Health as number 1 and the VO2X as number 2. And the award for Ohio Health will be a 3-year that I'm happy to say is slightly under what we budgeted for it. And they will continue to do the work that they've been doing with us. Ohio Health is actually who we currently use. And I'm here to answer any questions about that.
Questions? Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-214. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye. Before we walk away, can I ask you a
Sure.
question? The soft billing has been changed. We had the old vendor. Are we updated on that? Are we current on billings now with the new vendor?
Yes, sorry, I was smiling. I thought you were going to say something about Texas Tech losing in the final, Final 8.
Well, yeah, you said finals. That'd be inaccurate since it wasn't finals, but you corrected.
Yeah, well, I don't remember what the
You
8
corrected
is.
yourself.
Elite, yeah, the good 8. So we are, let me give an update on the on the billing.
Okay.
So since I was last here and we passed the last resolution, it has gone to our billing company. Everything is going smoothly. They're within their time period still to give me there's, I call them letters. They're not letters. They have to come up with a document for each individual overpayment. They're sending it to us. I've contacted the auditor's office to make sure there's nothing else that they needed. Cy said that what they are sending is probably going to be just fine. We'll have an accompanied letter that I have written to go along with each individual refund so that the patient understands this wasn't the intention, this is what it's for. And moving forward, we have been just fine with insurance-only billing since we sorted all that out. And I think that answers your
Well, and the old buildings are all being collected in that period where we're kind of in limbo.
They've all been billed out. Some of the payers take longer than others, but the current billing company is actively pursuing every last penny.
You do every last penny up for my benefit, right?
Yes.
So, thank you. And I'm sorry to hear about Texas Tech.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 10, resolution number 25-215, in the matter of approving a psychotropic drug reimbursement program funding agreement between the Delaware Morrow Mental Health and Recovery Services Board and the Delaware County Board of Commissioners for FY 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Good morning.
Good
My
morning.
name is Cassie Neff. I'm the Criminal Justice Programs Manager for the Delaware County Sheriff's Office. The Behavioral Health Drug Reimbursement Program, formerly known as the Psychotropic Drug Reimbursement, is part of Stepping Up Ohio and helps counties cover the cost of mental health and addiction recovery medications for inmates in jails and community-based correctional facilities. Stepping Up is a national initiative to reduce the number of folks with mental health and substance use issues out of our jails and get them connected to paths of recovery, and we are a Stepping Up county. While it doesn't cover 100% of the cost, the reimbursement is based on each jail's or CBCF's share of the total amount requested across all participating facilities. This helps reduce the county's expenses, and without this program, the county would have to cover the full cost of these medications.
Boy, Cassie, you're just doing such a great job. Oh, my golly, just separate from what you're asking us for, which is really great. We have Stepping Up.
We do. We have
Today.
a local Stepping Up committee today at 3 o'clock held at the Sheriff's Office headquarters if anyone is interested in attending. We will have two dynamic speakers, Carlos Christian and Cherie Haynes. Both of them are restored citizens, so they both have done time locally and have turned their lives around. So they will give a presentation of what it means to really not only talk the talk, but walk the walk. And they have dedicated their life to helping others do so through their nonprofit.
Boy, and that's the most effective way to do it, too.
Absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely.
boy. We can't thank you enough for all you're doing, and we're known now nationally as one of the best Stepping Up counties in Cassie. That's your leadership.
We
So-
are an example nationally for a mid-sized county. And in our state, the Delaware County Jail, we have the longest standing and most comprehensive jail programs in the state. So we're very proud of that.
Oh, boy, we're very proud of all you're doing. Thank you.
And I think it should be stated, Commissioner Lewis has been very involved in Stepping Up, so I think that should be noted as well.
Absolutely.
well, thank
She
you.
has been spearheading the project since 2015, along with Sheriff
Yes,
Martin and now Sheriff Bolzer.
Yes.
And Executive Director of the Mental Health Recovery Services Board, Deanna Brandt.
right. We've had great help from our prosecutors and faith-based communities, and it's definitely a community project, too. So-
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
thank you so much. Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-215. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye. I'll see
Resolution
you
number-
at 3.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Resolution number 25-216, a resolution of necessity for the purchase or lease of motor vehicles for the use of the Delaware County Sheriff or his employees.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioner. Scott Vance, Captain, Sheriff's Office. This is a replacement of a 26-year-old vehicle that's been repurposed. It first served as an ambulance for the county. We repurposed it to a negotiator's vehicle. The vehicle in question will be utilized for crisis and response. So not only will it fulfill the needs of our negotiators unit, but it will also serve as a secondary vehicle should our main command center be down or we need a smaller unit to support our operations or any other operations within the county, be it EMA, EMS, fire.
Oh, that's,
And the 26-year-old vehicle will be going out of service?
Yes.
Okay. Just always
It
make
needs
that
retired
point.
like last year.
yes. Okay, vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-216. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution number
Thank you, Captain.
25-217, in the matter of declaring a public purpose and authorizing the use of Delaware County funds for the purchase of coffee, meals, refreshments, and other amenities, and approving a transfer of appropriations.
So moved.
Second, discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Dawn Houston, Deputy Administrator, and this resolution is related to the SEBCO Wellness Grant Funds that we are fortunate to receive each year, and it authorizes the movement of the funds from materials and supplies to the food object code and ensuring that we have proper posting of this expense from the wellness health fair that we had last month.
Okay. Thank
Actually,
you.
not last month, in February.
February,
So,
yeah, time flies.
Yes, it
Uh,
does.
Vote, please.
Vote on motion 25-217, Mrs. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
Thank you.
That brings us to administrator reports.
Nothing today, thank you.
And I have nothing. Okay. Commissioner Merrill?
I don't think I have anything to add today. I'm glad we had the opportunity to acknowledge the veteran service retiree, and things are moving forward in a lot of different areas, and I'll leave it at that today.
Okay. And today we are mourning the death of Dennis Mowry. Dennis is a Delaware County resident and our former appointee of ours to the Board of Developmental Disabilities. He passed away on March 29th after a long battle with cancer. I know he even extended his time on developmental disabilities, even though he was not well. He kept plugging away and working on that board, and he actually served from March 2021 until December 31st of 2023. And he's also has served on the board for SourcePoint, and has had a long and successful career as an accountant. And I know that that our developmental disabilities superintendent really valued his financial expertise and guidance as we did too. So we mourn his death and express our sympathies to his family, his wife Annette, and he has 2 daughters, Erin and Kim. May he rest in peace. And that is all I have. We do have need for executive session.
We do. Resolution number 25-218, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of employment, dismissal, discipline of a public employee or public official for pending or imminent litigation.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 25-218, Mrs. Lewis.
Aye.
Mr. Merrill.
Aye.
We're now recessed into executive session.
Thank you.